an amazing feat. And if you ever read anything on the Russian Revolution, you'll know that it was just after World War One, actually still during World War One at the very end, and people were starving. The Tsar Nicholas had cranked up the war machine, and so he was trying to increase the railroads and feed his armies, so he was stripping resources from the lower classes, and they were starving to death, so they revolted. Lenin, who was expatriated, took his opportunity after the Bolsheviks had overthrown their Tsar, and he took his opportunity, became head of Russia, and the rest is history, etc., etc. True, there were terrible things that happened, especially during the Stalin years. But when you're forcing a 8,000-pound infant out of your vagina, there's going to be some blood. And basically that's the equivalent of Russia being moved from agricultural society to post-industrial society. If you've never read any of those things, if you've just been reading Harry Potter books, and you have an opinion on Russia, or communism in general, then you're a fucking retard. Period. Period. And if you're an American and you tell me that America is the best country on the planet, and you don't even know how we got to this point, you've never read any of the Federalist Papers, you've never actually sat down and read the entire Constitution of the United States, I don't want to hear your bullshit, because your opinion is invalid due to lack of resources. See, this is what happens to me. I get on a rant, and then I have these brain farts, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, my point is, you're a fucking retard if you're an adult and you're reading Harry Potter books and you take any pride in that. Personally, if I even had a Harry Potter book, which I have read a little bit of one just to see what all the hype was about. I didn't buy it. It was a friend's. They had it. They were a college-educated adult, and yet they were reading this crap. And I read one page and I was like, dude, why are you reading this shit? I mean, I understand simplistic writing because I actually enjoy Hemingway. However, Hemingway has adult subject topics. Hemingway makes you think beyond the story. And people will make the argument that Harry Potter does. That's not true. Harry Potter is just a simple, just your simple story narrative where you have a hero overcoming obstacles. Justice Campbell went over all this in The Hero with 1,000 Faces. If you haven't read that, I advise you to, because then you won't look at writing in a different way. Point being, you're a fucking retard if you're reading this shit and you're over the age of 13 years old, because it is a children's book written for children. I personally love the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I read it as a child. That's why I loved it. It was written for children by an adult who knew he was writing for children. So if you're reading those as an adult for the first time, you're a fucking retard. You should have read those when you were in 4th or 5th grade, because that's the audience that they were written for. I don't give a fuck what you think about my opinion on Harry Potter, because if you're an adult who reads Harry Potter, obviously you're fucking retarded or brain dead or a cross between the two, like some super unintelligent piece of trash. A Harry Potter book is Chef Boyardee, basically, and the rest of us are out here consuming filet mignon and lobster. Sure, Chef Boyardee will fill the day, fill you up, but it's not what anybody wants to eat. it doesn't taste good, you know. Get out there, read a real book. If you can't afford a real book, I'll be happy to loan you one. That's all I'm saying. Don't come at me with your Daniel Steeles, your Stephen Kings, your J.K. Rowlings, because those things, just like the newspaper, are written for 8th grade and below. Period. If you're reading something more substantial, something that increases your vocabulary or tests your philosophy on life, if you're reading something like that, then I congratulate you. But if you're reading this other crap, then fuck you, basically. And thoughts, opinions, whatever, I appreciate. Like I said, I have opinions on anything. Ask me about the WNBA. Bullshit. Who wants to watch people throw layups? Nobody. We want to see the jams. We want to see the alley-oops. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to see somebody shoot a 3-point shot that a fucking 8-year-old can make? Nobody. So, if you're into the WNBA, you're a fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? They should make a sport for women. I actually invented one, never wrote it down, but I have it. If anybody wants it, I'll give it to you. Since most male-oriented games are either war-based, sexual-based, or like baseball, egalitarian-based, I designed in my head a game for women that is female sexuality based. Don't get me wrong, there's no nudity. What I'm talking about when I say that, like in basketball, the object is for the guy to take the ball, his seed, and jam it in a hoop, the vagina, right? So that's what I mean by sexuality based. That is male sexuality oriented. That's why men like it, because we like to slam at home, you know what I'm saying? But I invented one for women. If you'd like to hear more about it, just holla. I'll give it to you. I'm not trying to get any money off of it. I don't care. I just want to see women play a game that is more female oriented. So, holla.